The forgotten secret. How a small tongue movement can awaken your inner energy. Behind the most complex spiritual practices lies a simple gesture, practically unknown to most, capable of releasing a flow of dormant vital energy within you. An action so subtle that it can be done in just 3 seconds, yet powerful enough to cause transformations that 10 years of traditional meditation might never provide. The vast majority of spiritual teachers, gurus, and personal development coaches will never tell you this. Not because they don't know, but because the simplicity of this practice directly threatens a multi-million-dollar market of courses, retreats, and trainings promising enlightenment through long, expensive, and often ineffective methods. For centuries, this secret was kept under lock and key by monks, shamans, and initiatic masters. While you might believe you need to travel to distant temples or spend thousands on energy therapy sessions, the key to your awakening has always been inside you. More precisely, at the top of your mouth. The lost connection between body and consciousness. Ancient civilizations had a deep understanding of the human body as an instrument for connection with the divine. For them, every gesture, posture, and breath was a code to access higher dimensions of reality. They did not separate body and spirit as we do today. Instead, they understood that the body was an extension of universal consciousness. Within this forgotten knowledge, there was a subtle practice. The correct positioning of the tongue against the roof of the mouth, known among Taoists as the heavenly seal, and among Indian yogis as one of the most powerful seals to manipulate vital energy, the famous prana or chi. Why is this gesture so powerful? Gently placing the tongue against the roof of the mouth creates a sort of internal bioenergetic circuit, connecting 2 main energy channels. The governing vessel, which runs up the spine, and the conception vessel, which runs down the front of the body. This connection is like connecting the 2 poles of a spiritual battery. Contemporary neuroscientists, such as those at Harvard and Stanford, have studied the effects of this simple action and discovered that it directly influences the vagus nerve, a neural structure that regulates fundamental functions like breathing, heart rate, and stress response. By performing this gesture, you automatically activate the parasympathetic response of the nervous system, promoting deep relaxation, mental clarity, and an almost immediate increase in feelings of well-being. Furthermore, recent research indicates that this vagus nerve activation can stimulate the release of neurochemicals like oxytocin, responsible for feelings of love, connection, and empathy, thereby enhancing your ability to relate to the world and yourself more harmoniously. Step by step to activate your inner power. Before continuing, it is important to know exactly how to perform this technique correctly. Here it is. 1. Sit comfortably. You can sit in a chair or on the floor, with your spine straight and shoulders relaxed. 2. Breathe deeply. Take a few slow breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. 3. Position your tongue. Gently touch the tip of your tongue behind your upper front teeth and slide it until it touches the roof of your mouth, right in the middle of the hard palate, just before the soft part. 4. Hold effortlessly. Your tongue should rest there naturally, without tension. Maintain this for a few minutes while continuing to breathe calmly. 5. Notice the sensations. You might begin to feel a slight warmth, a subtle vibration, or a spreading sense of peace throughout your body. Done. That is the first step. It may seem too simple, but the cumulative effects of daily practice are transformative. What ancient traditions knew and science is rediscovering. In ancient China, Taoist masters considered this tongue position a secret of longevity and energetic balance. In classical texts like the Tao Te Ching and the Zhongjing, it is described as a key to maintaining the uninterrupted flow of qi, vital energy. Indian yogis included this gesture in practices such as the Khechari Mudra, which at advanced stages involved even stretching the tongue to reach deeper points of the palate, aiming to increase energy flow along the spine and awaken the Kundalini. In Tibet, monks used this position during hours of silent meditation because it facilitated concentration and induced altered states of consciousness. However, you do not need to travel across the world to understand its importance. Knowledgeable people from ancient Brazilian cultures also had similar gestures to manipulate vital energy, understanding that the body and tongue are bridges to the sacred. Physical and energetic effects you may feel. Practitioners report a variety of sensations after weeks of regular practice. A reduced anxiety levels. A significant improvement in sleep quality. A greater ability to focus and concentrate. A feeling of lightness and spiritual connection. A spontaneous waves of gratitude and inner happiness. And this is not just empirical report. Studies using functional magnetic resonance imaging have shown that this simple tongue posture can modify brain activity patterns in areas related to emotional memory, sensory processing, and pain perception. Additionally, research in bioelectromagnetism points out that by closing this circuit, the human body increases its electromagnetic coherence, meaning its energetic field becomes stronger and more organized. Over time, many also report that the practice helps reduce chronic pain, improves immune system function, and even supports hormonal balance, showing that the link between energy and the physical body is much deeper than we imagine. The spiritual meaning behind the gesture. The symbolism of this gesture goes beyond physiology. In many mystical traditions, the tongue represents the bridge between the physical world and the subtle world. In ancient Egypt, Thoth, the god of wisdom and sacred speech, was depicted with a closed mouth, symbolizing the importance of retained and channeled energy. In Native American cultures, such as the Hopi, there was the concept of the soul seal, where conscious silence combined with tongue position helped open portals to the spiritual world during healing rituals. The tongue, being the organ of speech, also symbolizes the power of the word, which in many traditions is considered a creative force capable of shaping realities. By keeping the tongue in this position, you silence external speech to allow inner language, communication with the divine, to flourish. How to integrate this technique into your life. If you want to get maximum benefits, follow this simple plan. A practice every day. Start with 5 minutes and gradually increase. During stressful moments, use the technique to calm your mind during an argument, in traffic, or before an important meeting. Before sleeping, place the tongue in position and take a few deep breaths. This can surprisingly improve your sleep quality. During meditation, use it as an anchor to maintain focus. Over time, this practice ceases to be a conscious exercise and becomes an automatic response of your body whenever you need balance. What to expect after a few weeks? Many beginners notice a reduction of negative thoughts, a more energy throughout the day, a more frequent intuitions, a sense of peace without apparent reason, an increased energetic sensitivity, perceiving the environment, people, and even emotional states more clearly. For those who want to deepen, this technique can be combined with practices like pranayama, breath control, mudras, hand gestures, and visualizations to further enhance the benefits. An invitation to transformation. Now that you know what was once a secret of few, the choice is yours. Will you continue seeking external solutions for your spiritual evolution, or will you begin to explore the extraordinary power your own body already holds? Try it today. Change begins with a simple gesture.